everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield and I am your go-to Road to Kingdom dance analyst, and we are finally here. We are starting Road to Kingdom Ace of Ace with the Ace battles as well as the intro stages. So this is going to be split up into two parts for YouTube, but it's all going to be done in one go on Patreon, and you don't have to wait if you are on Patreon. So I am just so excited to just be able to start in real time. I'm just through the moon on it, and I do intend on looking at the episode as well, same day, but it'll get released later on YouTube, hopefully, if the copyright doesn't kill me. So I think without further ado, I think it's time to get started. All right. This one, Veni, Vidi, Vici, which I know the track.
Team Cravity.
And Free Mind was the one who choreographed it originally. So I wonder if Free Mind's on this or working with them. John Chin, I don't know. Are they with Free Mind or are they just two people? I don't know. Now it feels like we're continuing our story. Ooh! Oh, we just had intermission is what you're saying. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's smoking? Oh, stop. Oh, stop. That is sick. Any... Cool. Woo! Okay. It feels like a rock rendition of the song. Cool. He walks away. Okay. And that sword. Woo! Come on! That's sick. Guys, that is a freaking sick prop that we just saw right there. Oh boy, that was really cool. Firstly, that is a lore progression done right, for sure. At least in the prop usage, until we get to the guitar. Oh man, okay. We start right here. Literally, we have smoke on the back of the sword. So this is on the camera, or however they chose to do with the camera, we didn't factor in. We don't want to show the movie magic things. We ended up seeing it where we saw where the smoke's coming out of that. That would be I wanted to be left in mystery because I didn't technically clock the smoke because I'm used to seeing smoke on the stage until he lifted the sword and brought it up. So because the camera panned around, you got to see the little machine pumping it out. But, you know, Cravity can't control that. But anyway, that was really cool. That was cool. So he has his moment. It's about to open up. Welcome to Act 2, baby, is what this feels like. This is probably one of the coolest intros. So he takes it around. He's like, all right, here we go. Sound was pretty good. Brings it in. Fantastic timing on that. Boom. We've entered into a mystical world. Love that. And then we pan it over to the side. He walks. And it literally, this whole sound, it feels like I'm about to ride, it feels like I'm riding a roller coaster almost with this camera and how the sounds sound. It's so cool. He says, all right. Da, 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 da. And how he sets us up here reminds me of the intro stage. Nope, of the Ace performance. So we're gonna call it that. That was fine. So we go, nice little, you know, oh my gosh, not basket, toss, no, it's barrel jump. Yeah, barrel jump, drops down. I like how they all, boom, have their hold. They're looking. They run. They have this moment, boom, we go and we expand it out, which is nice. They open it up wide enough for him to be grabbed and pushed through, so he has to make sure that he's in that pike position with his legs straight and his body folded over, and usage of the core to stay up and held for that to happen. So it's very quick, very well done. Now you also have somebody coming out from the back. Now if you're on the sides, you can see that, but what we're seeing up here is still very interesting. The slide's really cool, that, and then he goes, he does a freaking side flip off of somebody. Like, that was really cool. We go high-low. That was really close proximity, and I'm kind of impressed with the fact he was able to pull that as quickly on the setup. It was such a surprise. And they go, they take the cape away. I love that. Boom, nice little moment. Welcome. Walking forward, that do-do-do-do-do-do. So I like the oh my gosh, with the wrist rotations, the twirls on that. And then we have a guitar. Now, I am one where if we choose to have an instrument, my preference is that you actually play it, because I know people are capable of doing that, but just mimicking or mimicking an instrument, I feel like can be a waste of the opportunity of showcasing musicality. It feels not safe, but it feels like a missed opportunity to me, because you could totally think about what's going on with this guitar and run it through waving. There's other styles you can do, isolations, syncopated arm positions. You could think about with other dynamics like ripples or cannons, or just something in movement quality that could justify that sound probably more efficiently than the actual physical prop of a guitar, I think is my note that I would give to this. This is my only like major note that I have when it comes to the props. But it was, I couldn't tell you when it came on. I'm assuming he already had it with the cape, and they took the cape and then we have it revealed. So they have their moment. So we have the circle. So if anything, we are justifying it through the framing. But he's having his own little, outlier moment. If he was playing it, wild. It would be so freaking wild. You know what I mean? So we go and we turn like the hit, boom, and we go and reverse it to the other side. We hit it down. Nice choice on that. They build it up, which is nice. And then from there, they have the moment, boom, boom. Now, personally, I want to see what the choreo looks like, so I'm trying my best with this circle going on. But I know we're trying to go off of angsty, and he looks like he's playing it to a certain extent. I'm not a guitar player, so you can be a guitarist that verifies that on for me. I would appreciate that very much. But anyway, so they have their moment, do-do-do-doom, which is nice. As they go, they pick it up, which is cool. They bring it around the back. And have the moment da-da-da-doom. So we go and we have and then we're having our arms all nice and set up here, nice and low. He takes it, and now the guitar is still going, right? That's why for me, I feel like if you're going to have the prop, have it the whole time. But it's honestly safer to not have a literal prop and just interpret that guitar the entire time, so we don't feel like we're neglecting the sound now, because that's what that reads to me, is that, okay, we justified the sound and now we're going to forget about it, even though it's continuing to create its own rhythm and its own interruption and its own vibe. It kind of feels like we're just letting that drift off into space, and we're just going to live it up here doing whatever we want. But that's just, yeah, so we're hitting more of the percussion here, and we're kind of ignoring all these really dope opportunities in this upper part with this guitar. So they take the arm up, and they go, I like the little moment where they take it, they take the arms around, and they take the leg, and they allow it to go across, more of like a little glide motion. And I love this turn. They drop it with the crossed legs, and then they, oh my gosh, they uncurl themselves on that. They go, they prep, they turn out of it, which is nice. So you have one of them just in the back, of course, probably put the guitar down, he's waiting. Then it's just a little ripple, they come up, and there's some tension on the tail end of it. Or actually, it'd go more add-on on that. Then from there, we run angsty to our next part, and then right here it goes, Veni, Vidi, Vici, and then it goes, my world. Now, if you watch my analysis of this particular track, this song reminds me of Mad World as, like, rock on. Like, it doesn't give this, I don't know, if it has, like, that same kind of depressive kind of tone about it, like yeah, like Mad World. Just feel like that Mad World, like that kind of push pull, which I really like. And I did give I gave a note, I think it was Free Mind that was on the choreo, and they waited till like the last time we heard My World to actually match it. So the fact that we're matching it here, mwah, thank you. And if it's just mine, Oh no, I take it back. Ah, so for me, I want them to go ma, where I'll like actually go all the way through the tone, but they're doing the original choreo. That's fine. Ma, boom, boom, percussion, cool. That's fine. And they bring up the energy there. Boom, nice accent on the punch. Veni, vicious, vicious, which is cool. Ma, I, and we pull it over to the other side, which is nice. Drop it down, and we cross, and then we bring the arm up. And they go hit, hit, and then we go, boom, nice to see you, and we turn. Then we have our accent, na, 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 na. And we have our nice little angsty moment. They go and they transition over. So now, is there like a ton of difference between this and the original? I would say this feels the most recognizable to me out of all the tracks that have been reworked, but it doesn't mean that they didn't redo it enough. Does that make sense? I feel like they added a lot more like rock angst to it. That doesn't feel as familiar to me, or maybe it was there and I'm just forgetting about it, which is fine. But choreographically, that is a very like huge focal point in the choreo. I'm not saying other groups changed theirs immensely, but their arrangement was different enough that their choreo was represented looking different, because you have to make it look subtly different or different in nature and in posture, because you have different sounds to justify. You know what I mean? If you're doing true musicality, which all groups have showcased, all groups have done it, regardless of popularity, they've all held it down on musicality in some front in their own work, which is what I love about doing marathons, is you get to appreciate those things. I feel that it's what's the right way to put it? When you have choreography that matches, or it allows a group to have good musicality, you want to make sure that it's calibrated to your respective track. So for me, I feel like they're throwing their bodies more, they're making it more full, which I love to see, and I think that it's very nice and full and fitting and matches the track very well. But I can see it being like, it feels very iconic here in this moment. It feels very recognizable, which is that something that people in their self-evaluation are going to be like, that wasn't different enough. You know, it's all subjective. We have to remember that. It doesn't take away from what they're doing. Everyone's doing a great job. They're doing a fantastic job. This is really hard to do, and their workload is a lot for also being on the show. Make them take a nap, you know? But anyway, this is really fun. I like the opposition of our feature going over to stage left and everyone else going stage right. That was really nice. Yeah, va-da-da-da-da-da. So like on the percussion, we have that moment right there to be reintroduced. And then we go, my world. I will say though, I do wish that we didn't repeat the choreo just like we did in the original. I wish we did something different. We modified it, or we really bled through all the way, because that was such an incredible part of this track, was the full bleed through. The turn was nice, da-da-da-da, and I love how we go there. We go, moment, and then we drop down, and we have a little reverb on the end. He walks back. The moment of truth, we're walking back, we're thinking, you see what I mean? Look. We're walking back, we're about to grab this sword with purpose. We love it. But that right there, that's movie magic getting revealed. That's not on them. It just happens. We go, yeah, even right there. He grabs it. He has to be very careful. He pulls it gently, which is nice. There's a little explosion at the end. Like, that's freaking cool. I cannot tell you how they were able to get the sword to stick like that. Yo. Cool AF, though. We have our sword. We're at the end. Angsty breathing. We're here for it. I also have a question too, or actually, I'll get it answered because I'm going to watch the episode during this recording session on whether or not they found out their scores for Ace before they did the teams. I don't know maybe that could influence a lot of things. I couldn't tell you, but anyway, this was really, really cool. I think in the integration of the A stage into this, it was literally like 2 acts. That was cool. Continuation of Act 1. Like, that mess is so cool. Come on. It feels like I'm getting on a Disney ride in like the most complimentary way. Now, why is no one in the room? Cool. Oh, they made it look like a sword. Okay, I can live with that. That's cool. That's cool. I didn't catch that because they didn't show that, I don't think. He moves his way to the back. Camera pans around. Note still the same. Lifts the sword. Come on, it breaks off. That's cool. And we didn't see the visual of the flamey sword. Okay, I do have, this is a different take than I feel like with all the other groups. All the other groups, do they have an audience? Well, now I'm curious. Blackout, we're here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, cool. I mean, we don't, yeah, they have an audience. I feel like everybody does. But they're the only ones that don't. Why don't they? Huh. Yeah, look, they don't have anybody. If you are a Levity, I hope that's like how you pronounce it. I know how it's spelled, Luvity, right? Levity. This is a different take. Now that reveal is low-key dope. I'm kind of glad they have it now. Like this is why I'm not super sold on my own perspective, because when you get different vantage points, that's cool. Okay, that's a really cool visual transition. But I do have questions. Why is Cravity the only group that doesn't have the audience in it? That makes me wonder, do we have all 9 members in the intro stage? Like, did somebody get injured? And then we, you know, like the logistics on that's very strange to me. But I mean, they're consistent here. This looks pretty much the same as it did whenever we watched the intro stage. So if something happened on intro stage that we didn't have a fan cam for, well then more power to them, because I couldn't tell. So that's really cool. I do have questions about that. If y'all can let me know, or maybe in the episode that gets explained. But if not, if you could inform me if by your Reddit undercover ways, that would be a very interesting thing. But yeah, so we've technically uncovered all of these. I stand by pretty much most of my feedback that I gave. I think with the exception, which is surprising, with the exception of the guitar, I think we could have, I liked how it was revealed. I do think if we represented the guitar more effectively after we removed the prop, I think it would have sold me better. So I still stand by that, but I actually really like the fact it was a sword and then it was revealed to be a guitar. That's low-key dope, but this makes me so excited. Thank you guys for watching this with me. Some of you guys have made it all the way through from the tip top of the ACE analysis all the way through here. If you're on Patreon, more power to you. I'm shocked myself I made it through. But this makes me so excited. I hope you're excited to watch the episode with me. My goal is episode 1 will be released to the public, but all future episodes are going to be exclusive to paid members on Patreon. But I will have a group chat on Patreon. You do not have to be a paid member. It can be a free member to join and be a part of the discussions. I'd love to meet you there. Rep your fandom. I also want to hear more context. What's going on in the neck of the woods of all the fandoms? Is there any beef that's going on? Anything that's starting to stir that I can help kind of alleviate or put fires out on? I hope I was able to kind of cover some things here. But remember, I am team everyone except Mnet for this. I want everybody to grow. I want everybody to experience celebrations. I want everybody to experience, growth and safe hardships. Yeah, like the challenges, I don't want to be left with PTSD like what we've had from other kingdoms. I want to be able to put my best foot forward and help be an advocate for groups. And I hope I was able to be clear or constructive, but still show that I really do care about these groups and that they are people. And at the end of the day, who freaking cares about the rankings? Did they feel good about what they did? And I want them them to be able to celebrate that. So I'm excited for the discussions on all of this. You guys know me, I know you. I am Jess, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.